when you say, obviously the AP must have some solid information to call it so quickly after the 7 o'clock hour when the polls close. That is, no one has any interest in drawing out the drama for drama's sake. So if they have that much information through exit polling or however they're doing it, even with limited returns, should they not call it when they think they can call it?
Well, I'm a big believer in the people need to get the information, so I'm not nuts about people. If you're going to call something, then break it down. Tell us how you got there. Give us the information so we know how you called it. So that's my issue, and I suspect, Daniel Gates' people at his campaign headquarters, I heard in the lead-in, he's got people there who he doesn't want to concede. It's right out the gates, and it looks like he's leading, even though we know that Northern Virginia hasn't come in yet, and that's probably what the AP based its data on. All I'm saying is that give the people the information as to why you did it and let them know. That's all.
Dr. Nelson, I think you're spot on. Already a lot of questions on social media from people wondering how can you call a race already with so much data that we can't see. So we already have been hearing from people on social media. What about you? What do you think about what the AP
what the AP has done? Are you saying, well, John, let's go back to you for a quick second. Do you think then that there's still a chance that the AP could be wrong?
I do. Look, there are a lot of people who, similar to 2016, don't like being called racist, don't like being called xenophobes and homophobes, don't like being told that they'll lose customers and clients if they pronounce that they're voting for Donald Trump or for Republicans. And I think they hang the phone up when a pollster calls. They will not answer on their computer. I just think, in 2016, I was the only person in this big room with the British Broadcasting Corporation saying, hold on, guys, I know you want to coronate Hillary Clinton. I think there are a lot of people who haven't been honest because they don't want to be labeled in a bad way. Let's hang on here. And for the first few hours, boy, the coronation was on. And then things started to change. So, again, I don't think it's going to be a surprise if Virginia, given its history, goes blue for Joe Biden and Democrat candidates. But I think it's premature. And can I also say that it's unwise for any of us, whether we're at a conservative radio station or at the Associated Press, to pull that trigger too soon, because everyone's on edge. There's a lot of chatter about how the media is going to try to call it one way and then call into question the results, Republican or Democrat, and then send people into depression or a tizzy, angry wise because they feel like they've been treated unfairly.
And yet
I think all of us should hold back a little bit.
The polls back in 2016 had Hillary Clinton about 5.5 points ahead, and that's exactly what she won by. So where was this hidden element of people who were reluctant in Virginia to tell pollsters that they were voting for Donald Trump?
I think you saw the same thing there that you saw here, where as it was a blown out race up until the last few minutes. And I would suggest to you that we should be cautious and see what's going to happen this year, whether or not there are a lot of people who have changed their mind about Donald Trump as a person, as a leader, and may show up at the polls not having spoken to pollsters and will cast a vote in a secret ballot. I just think that's wise.
Let me just reiterate that I do not think for a moment that Joe Biden will not carry Virginia, and I do not think for a moment that Mark Warner isn't going to be reelected senator. Looking at the trends that we've seen, the Republicans haven't won statewide since 2009 in the Commonwealth. The state has gone from red to purple to blue. However, I think what we're both saying, John and I, is that for democracy's sake, for the sake of information and how you do it, calling a race the moment that the polls close because you've got all this exit data, et cetera, has gotten networks into trouble. It got a lot of people into trouble in 2016. And I think we're both just saying we ought to err on the side of caution and just give it a few minutes and just wait till you've got better data. Maybe.
We're so sorry, Dr. Nelson. We are out of time. We will get back to you in the next break-in.
But the bottom line, we just need to be patient.
All right. Our election coverage continues here on air all night long.